What is good, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Another quick update on ticker PLTR, Palantir. The chart is telling us there is a chance the top could be in for this run, but we will see. Let's go to the chart and find out. Remember, guys, this is technical analysis. This is not financial advice, just my opinion based on the chart. Let's get to it. Critical update on Palantir, especially for those who are invested. We are a nice plus around 10% today, trading at $127. That is good for a $305 billion market cap. And my thumbnail says the top could be in. And why do I say that? Because, guys, we are in a clear descending trend channel here. I revised this bull flag pattern. This could still be a bull flag pattern, but it is also acting as a descending trend channel. And you could see we are in a clear downtrend since the peak at the end of 2025 in November. Since then, Palantir has lost a total of 48% to the bottom, and you could see we are forming lower highs, and lower lows, guys. That is a clear downtrend to me, and I revised this trend channel, this descending trend channel from the bull flag, and let's see what can happen from here, guys. Can we see a breakout to the upside, or are we going to continue this downtrend? What needs to happen for both cases, guys? And we'll go over both right now. And if you're asking me why my candles look all funky, is because I am in the Heckin Ashri. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, guys, but this basically just smooths out all the noise, takes away the gaps, and I highly recommend it for drawing trend channels and touch points and trend lines and stuff like that, guys. You get a lot of accurate touch points, and then you can go back to your candles and, line it up from there. So let's go to the drawings. I will take away all the circles for you to make it a clearer picture. Okay, guys, so here we are. So throw the indicators on. Since my last update on 5:30, we had this breakout attempt, guys. You could see here we had a nice reaction off the support, 24%. And what did I say needed to happen for the breakout to be confirmed? We needed a weekly green candle above the 50-day EMA line, and this could have been a potential rejection zone if the algos and the market makers didn't like that. And my update was here, guys. You see, we were piercing, excuse me, guys, piercing the 50 moving average in the weekly. We needed a full green candle body above it, and the market makers next week said no. We got rejected by the algo flip zone, the top of this descending trend channel, and we lost a total of 34% since then. So we did not see that weekly green candle that we needed, and we got rejected by the algo flip zone. But on another note, we came back down into our demand zone that I never changed, guys, between 107, 108, and 121. Had a weekly oversold RSI. See, I moved that and it got the alert. Weekly oversold RSI right at the bottom of the trend channel, and we had a nice technical reaction of already 20%, which is great for Palantir, guys. So what happens from here? I'm going to go over what's not in favor for Palantir at the very moment, and you could see what's not in favor is that we are gapping up here now, guys. We have a gap. Fix this view. We have a gap at 96, and we gapped up again at 118.70, guys. So this is not bullish right now. These gaps will never be closed. So we have business to the downside there. And we are trading under the EMA lines now, particularly the weekly EMA lines, guys. And these EMA lines, the 50 just crossed the 20 and the 14. That is not bullish for Palantir for me. And you could see in the beginning of October here, the weekly cloud is turning red. That being said, Palantir has good swing potential in this descending trend channel. You could see Palantir can cut out, around 30% if you are savvy to the moves, the trading 30%. So we do have swing potential here. We have, I expect a retest of the mini support and a retest of probably the daily 200 with this golden rebalance zone, guys. This is from this move right here. Fibonacci, and if you want to learn, I'm sorry guys, it was the bottom of this move right here. I believe I did it in the weekly chart, guys. Let me go to the weekly chart real quick. Yes, that's where I did it in the weekly chart. So I expect a retouch, excuse me guys, retouch of these EMA lines and close out this golden rebalance zone and maybe touch the top of the trend channel. From the bottom of this, that would be a nice swing trade of 35 to 40% from the current price. Another 13 to 20%. I would say that is the minimum I expect Palantir to go for this run. And if you want to learn more about the Fibonacci, I have a full tutorial in my tutorials vault on my patreon.com/GainsKeeper Trader. Guys, I appreciate all the likes and subs and comments. Please feel free to do that on YouTube, but my premium content is on patreon.com/GainsKeeper Trading. I have a premium vault of tutorials, Fibonacci, all that from beginner to advanced trading systems, and we do weekly breakout stocks and swing trades daily, guys, from low cap to large cap for every style of trading. And once per week, we go beyond the charts to focus on discipline and personal awareness and growth and apply that to the trading world, guys. All right. I appreciate the subs and likes, but my premium content is here, patreon.com/GainsKeeper Trading. But back to the chart. So say Palantir continues in this trend channel, keeps getting rejected and keeps forming lower highs and lower lows. What are the next prices to the downside, guys? I expect this gap at 96 to inevitably close. I can extend this, guys, and keep an eye on this crash zone. I revised it just a little bit, guys, 63.54 to 79. So revise that on your charts if you copied it. And if I shut the not financial advice, this would be a strong entry for me, guys. You could see even if we form a little bit of a higher high here around the $75 mark, that would be good. And if I shut the indicators off, you could see we could find support in the 85 to 90 range. And that is very possible because if I go to the weekly chart, you could see I marked it here. We have the weekly 200 moving average, which is a very, very strong support. But we also have weekly gaps to the downside, guys. We have a weekly gap at 31. I'm not paying attention to this one right now. I do not think that is practical for this. And I could even go to say that this weekly gap at 58, if we get to this crash zone, I would say, yes, it is practical, but I don't know, guys. That's a long way from now. It's a long way from the peak at $208. But, technically that is possible. But I expect if we continue in this descending trend channel, if the market starts to go bearish, that we see at least a price of $90. And best case scenario for a reentry is this crash zone, guys. So keep that in mind. But right now we are stuck in this trend channel. I would expect at least this gap to get closed. Keep an eye on the RSI, the weekly RSI in particular, when we reach the weekly 200. So the good news for Palantir, guys, is that we have open business to the upside. You could see we have two gaps, one at about $202 and the other one at 188, which is a weekly gap, which is very good, guys. And you could see they gap down. It just confirms this descending trend channel. The gap's right below the top after. So we do have potential to the upside of 48% and 58%, guys. And these gaps will inevitably be closed, whether it's sooner or later or in the future, guys, with new all-time highs. I have no doubt about that. If this is a descending trend channel, I already explained the price at the downside. If it is a major bull flag, guys, we can have major prices to the upside if we break out of it. But what needs to happen is a lot, guys. We have a lot of resistance to the upside for Palantir. We have to reclaim these EMA lines, particularly the daily 200 and the daily 50, as well as these EMA lines here, the 14, the 20, and the 50 in the weekly chart, guys. And you could see these just crossed. So, I expect the weekly 20 and 14 to take over and ride this price down, guys. That's just what the chart is telling me. But if we reclaim these, then we'd have to break out of this descending trend channel and the algo flip zone, guys. So if we can reclaim that and break out of the channel and the algo flip zone without getting rejected again, then we could see these gap closes and the main resistance here 187. But we will definitely see these gap closes in the future if we can break this area. Let's call it 140 to 158 is the area of rejection right now. And you can see the top of the Ichimoku cloud is at 174, where I said we have, a potential decision breaker here. Not very strong, but it is you could see the touch points on these lines, guys. So basic recap is what the chart is telling me is that, we are stuck in this trend channel for now, guys. Very good swing potential. We have open business here with the golden rebalance zone. We have open business up here, but we have a lot of resistance to get to the upside, guys. I will do more updates as critical if we do enter these zones, critical points. But I expect to get rejected by these EMA lines unless, we see a lot of volume and we see continuation of this bull market. If not, I expect this channel to keep going and maybe eventually close this gap and hit this crash zone with the weekly 200 moving average support, guys. All right, check out my next video at the top left of your screen. Have a blessed trading week, guys, and enjoy.